Hey, good morning. Tyler here, Survive Smart. October 29th, 2022, Saturday morning. I just finishing up my push day workout here. Go see us on Instagram, where I post mostly, survivesmart.co. Anyways, I do want to talk to you today about the law of compensations. Just a great topic, and I think it was Theodore Roosevelt. Don't check me on that, but just Google it if you want deeper insight on it. It's just really good. I got it from Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. Please read that as well. Whoever sees this, listen to it on Audible. I've listened to it like 20 times, but anyways, law of compensations, man, it's such a good thing for your life. So if you're struggling, maybe with alcohol addiction, maybe your relationships are bad, maybe you don't struggle with alcohol addiction, but you want to work harder, you want to get fit, you just want to be a better person, or you wonder why, maybe you're getting all this negative in your life, why you feel negative all the time, why you feel depressed, why you feel anxiety. This is just a really good thing to keep in mind for all of the things that may ail you in this life. I really think getting sober is a big cause of a lot of things. A lot of people escape through, substance abuse. And if you think you're not abusing a substance, if you're drinking every night, maybe just one or two, if you're drinking every weekend heavily, you know more than I do how much you're drinking. So, or putting what in your body. I mean, even weed, I think weed's probably the best thing you could possibly do, or maybe shrooms. I used to smoke all the time. I've taken shrooms like twice, in my career here. But, and they, a lot of people say there's healing properties to all of it. I think there is, depending on how you do it, what you do, how much you do it, why you're doing it. I think it's more made for people who, really have some severe clinical issues that are caused through not getting in the gym, not eating correctly. And not working hard is more of what I think. And then people push those things, and it makes them feel better. It helps them escape the reality of not really caring. So that's my thought on that. Do what you do. I think it's better if you stay sober, and you work hard and you get in the gym, or do something that really pushes your body to get your heart rate up, to increase your level of frequency. But the law of compensations, it's just what I say is just what you give is what you get. So let's say you're just giving all this negative into the world. You're feeling negative yourself. You're, giving negative at work. You're not working hard. You're not happy to be there. You're not grateful for the life you've been given. Well, there's going to be a lot of negative that comes from the back end of that. You're not going to get compensated what you would probably like. You'll probably live in debt. You'll probably shop and have to buy things that'll just bring more debt. You'll get deeper into these negative scenarios that keep driving more negative scenarios. If you're feeling anxiety or depression, you're giving off negative, feelings of what happened in the past, or what you could have done, which is where depression comes in. So you gotta attach a positive feeling towards your past to help cause the depression. I would not suggest getting on medication. Now, once again, I'm not a doctor, so if you're dealing with something, I just think that these medications only make it worse, and I think there's natural ways to help it. So, thinking about your past, you got to put a positive attachment towards that if you have depression. So it's just a part of your journey of becoming. And for me, I've always worked hard. I've always wanted to be successful, but putting the actual true work and intensity and activity I needed to get the outward result that I wanted caused depression, or caused disbelief. So I would fall into depression. I would drink. I would drug to escape that reality, which ultimately just made it worse. And I hope that makes sense. So if you're struggling with substance abuse, and you think that you don't have a problem, but you're doing it a lot to escape that reality that you're in, of not having the outward result, you don't look good, you don't think it's good for you, you don't think it's going to happen for you, whatever you did in the past that gives you an example or gives you an excuse to escape, it's all bullshit. Okay. So I hope that helps with that. Now, if you want more money, you got to just increase the level of activity and intensity at your job. I mean, if your job's capping you at 40K and you're customer service rep, you're probably going to need to find something else that'll pay you more. drop below. I do have an opportunity. I'm hiring with our agency. You can work from home. We can talk more about it, but you can make a lot more money. Most of the time, it's in a sales position, so you can't be afraid of sales. Or you go get a bigger degree, go get more intense and do some activity of certifications or study and get a higher degree to get more pay. When we're talking about activity and intensity towards anything into your life, the more you're going to get back. So if you have just a great amount of intensity in the gym, a great amount of intensity and activity and good food going into your body, just a great amount of activity and intensity in your relationships, a great amount of activity and intensity towards your faith, towards what you believe in, you're going to get that back almost at and I think it's the same exact reflection of it. So just think about whatever you want in this life. Like the level of intensity and activity you put towards getting that result is what you'll get. So if you want all these big things and all these big dreams, you're going to have to increase the level of activity and intensity to get those. And a lot of times you might have to sacrifice certain things, like giving up that drink, giving up those weekends, giving up maybe a relationship that's holding you back, doing things that you probably don't want to do, which is probably 100% correct. But if you're happy with a menial life, which I don't think a lot of us are, I think we all just settle, and then we're happy with Netflix, and we're happy with phones, and we're happy with eating the pizzas all the time, and not really caring of what it'll do, because you may just think that it's not out there for you. But I really don't think that's true. I just think it's a lot easier to settle now. And in olden times, we didn't have all these luxuries and these. I don't even call them luxuries. I call them just freaking, ambition killers. Just making you stay comfort. And I think that's what, unfortunately, the corporations and government wants. They want you to be fat, dependent, lazy, so they can ultimately take over control and pay you a universal income, put all this shit food on the shelves so they can make more money and line their pockets. So it's up to us as people to fix that. And you look around, the people who are fit, the people who are wealthy, the people who are having great relationships, they've figured it out. Now, if you're ripped and broke, I don't respect you. If you're rich and your fucking marriage is horrible, or you have 3 divorces, or I don't respect you. So you got to be sober, shredded, savage servant, and rich. And that's it just gives you so much purpose and clarity when you figure that out in your life. And I mean, it is a long mission. So once again, this is the mission I'm on, and that's why I'm doing these videos and hoping that it crosses people and that it helps. I mean, if I keep talking about the government, I'm sure it's not going to be a good thing. I'll just get blocked or whatever, but it's not ever going to stop me, so I want to give more and more because I want to help more and more. And that's just free service. I do have a coaching program below. I have an opportunity to join our teams, real estate, mortgage, and life insurance. I think life insurance is the easiest thing to get into, to go get your license. It's not hard. It's free. We help you get leads to start. You can do it from home. You just need a phone and a computer. But, it's awesome. So go check that out. If you want to get sober, I'm here to help you there as well. I am a sober coach. I'm a life coach. I've got a long life to live, hopefully. I'm 30 years old, but I've been through a lot the last decade, and I won't say necessarily wasted time. It's just a lot of stuff I figured out through drowning my conscience out through alcohol and weed, and a lot of cocaine. When I would drink, I'd like to do that. A lot of money wasted, a lot of money earned, a lot of money wasted because I wasn't putting that money into the right intensity and activity of what I knew I should be doing. I didn't figure out that I have to push through these adversities to gain this clarity and conscious just awareness. So I really think like anybody who's watching this and they're like, yeah, well, I can't do that, like this and that. It's because something's blocking you and you haven't pushed through certain things yet. And it might take a level of maturity too. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into all of this stuff. So, I really just hope it helps. Once again, I kind of get on tangents here, but just keep in mind the law of compensations today. If you want to go get a certain result, go give the most activity and intensity towards getting that result. And I hope it's not drunk, and I hope it's not anger, and I hope it's not more depression. I hope it's happiness, peace, love, prosperity, and abundance. So go give that level of intensity and activity. recognize what feeling it gives you, and then push through all those negative beliefs that are going to come through. Because when you're doing hard things, you're going to feel negative. You're going to get these things because you haven't done it long enough to then build the confidence of pushing through and build that self-belief. And that's what happens as you work through it. You get the self-confidence, the self-worth, the self-belief, and then you start to realize, like, damn, this is what life is all about. And every day you want to wake up, that depression, anxiety goes away. You start to lose weight, you start to look good, you start to respect the person you're becoming, and then you ultimately transcend self and you want to give it back to the world. So I think that is literally the progression of life. So if you're struggling with anything today, that's it. Save this video, drop below in the comments, hit me on the DMs and Instagram, YouTube. I don't care. I mean, I'm just here to help. So whatever I can do, man, let's get it.